I accidentally made fun of a Special Olympian. Before we go any farther, this cannot be taken down. This is not hate speech. It is not making fun of somebody. Growing up, I have helped with the Special Olympics. I've been mistaken as a Special Olympian. I am a huge supporter of the Special Olympics. With that being said, this is a perfect example of how people get canceled in our day and age, and that's why I'm telling the story. It's a Sunday night. We're sitting in my dorm at Bowling Green State University. It's me and 3 or 4 of my buddies. When you get to college, 90% of the time, your Sundays are just those hungover recovery days. And I don't know if it's the effects of alcohol or the effects of dehydration or just your brain getting a little goofy from recovering from those type of moments. But by the time we got to 9 o'clock at night, me and my buddy, we'll call him Tay, we're just gooning. And he's filming me. And I have these stupid, aviator sunglasses on, and I'm just, just being a goon. I wasn't mocking anyone. I was just joking around. So as I'm doing that, ESPN is on. My buddy Maurice is sitting to the left. We'll call him Maurice. We'll call him Tay. They could be real people. They could be movie characters. That is what we do here on Talks with Tom. Everyone knows the late night ESPN. You get the main show at 8, 9 o'clock, and then they're running through the top 10 plays of the day. They get to number 1. As they get to number 1, I have my tongue out. I'm being filmed by Tay going, because that's how you feel. I'm not making fun of anyone with special needs or anyone with a disability. That's how you feel on a Sunday in college. You're hungover. It's been a long day. My brain's fried. I'm just now recovering to a normal state. And at the end of the day, I just like to goon. I like to goon and make people laugh. That was what really brings joy into my day. If I could see one person laugh, I don't care if I'm doing the most outlandish, dumbest thing. If I get somebody else to genuinely laugh and make their day better, then I've made my fucking day. With that being said, ESPN's running their top 10 plays. As soon as it gets to number 1, right as I'm making this face, the number 1 play was the Winter Special Olympics and a Special Olympian skiing. And they cut to her. So right as they cut to her interview, Tay pans over to her. And in my opinion, and I could be wrong, and maybe I am going to hell, but in my opinion, for that to come up on the screen right as I just happened to be making that face, how does God not have a sense of humor? Because it's not like it was intentionally making fun of somebody. I was just doing that in the moment. And when he turns the screen and pans back to me, I just start going, because how could you not? How could you not? Every guy would do it. Every guy with a good sense of humor would do that.
You might go to hell for that.
And again, maybe it's mocking, maybe it's not. That's your opinion. I'm just telling the story. But when I tell you that was one of the funniest things, because all my buddies immediately, you're going to hell for that. You're going to hell for that. But me and Tay, we're laughing so hard about it. Couldn't get control of ourselves. And to me, that is the beauty of life and just a perspective. It's a perfect example of how in life everybody is living from such a different perspective, right? Because the other guys in the room, not even paying attention to me and Tay. So they have no idea that I had been making those faces and doing that for the last 10 minutes. Because they're all eating food. They're also recovering from their hangover. So they're not even paying attention to Tay filming me. But yet, I'm not even watching the TV, right? I'm not even paying attention to the top 10 plays. And that happens to come on the screen right as Tay starts his next video. So you can't sit there and not look at life from multiple perspectives. And I think that's what sucks about the cancel culture people in today's society is they're just out there to end someone's career because they got successful in something. And I'm not saying that there aren't moments where it's ooh, yeah, it's too bad that's on camera. But at the end of the day, I guess my thing is that stuff's all going to be out there for our generation because everything's on a phone. And if you really read through all the fine prints of the apps that we all use and are on all the time, there is no privacy anymore. So I'm sorry, but instead of trying to put on a fake persona and button up, oh, I'm so professional. Everyone, I'm a super professional person. Go look at my fucking LinkedIn. Look at my resume. Look at my professional Facebook profile. I'm a professional person. I have no fun. I'm not a real adult. I'm not a real human being. I'm a robot. I do nothing wrong. Here's my professional version of myself. That's not you. That's not you as a person. That's why I enjoy my job so much right now, because the person that hired me actually likes who I am as a person, and she freaking knows me. Like, that's a valuable trait to me. And nowadays, it's just like everyone has like the fake buttoned up version of themselves and then who they actually are outside of that. And I'm just like, fuck that. I'm sorry. I don't care. And I'm not saying that you don't have to learn a dialogue and tone for different settings in your life, right? Like, there are times that you have to be buttoned up and professional. But as far as your core and who you are as a person, your personality, the way that you interact with people, just the vibes that you bring into a room, that doesn't have to change just because you become an adult or just because you have a couple of experiences that you're like, oh, that wasn't a good one. Like, don't let other people's opinions change the way that you operate or where you sit in your heart of hearts. Like, that's who you are as a human being. That's what makes you a special individual. It's what makes you stand out from the bunch. And you have traits, and there's something about you that is going to make you stand out from everybody else in a certain category of life. Because that's the thing, is like everybody, like all the people who are like, I'm him, I'm here, I'm this, I'm that. Every single person is him in some aspect of life. Every single person has something that they are so autistically talented at, or they're so passionate or good at, that they will find their lane and they will succeed in it if they believe in themselves. And I think that's just what sucks about in social media and the world of becoming a celebrity in any form. If you become famous in any way, somebody's out there trying to dig up dirt on you, and someone's out there trying to make you look bad. So that's always been my goal with Talks with Tom, and it's a lot of the reason why I share the content that I share. It's like, yeah, I want to teach you guys lessons. I want people to laugh, but my goal is also, as I build this brand and keep going, I'm trying to be uncancelable. Uncancelable. Is that a word? I'm trying to be immune to cancel culture. Like, you can go ahead and try to pull up that video of me. I already said I did that shit. Oh, yeah, I already said that. Yep, I've done it all. I've said it all. Hey, guess what? I'm not perfect. I say a lot of messed up shit. I've done a lot of stupid shit in my life, but I'm not going to let my past define me. I'll learn from it, move on. I laugh about it. I tell it as a story because it's an experience that somebody else might find enjoyable or valuable in some way, shape, or form, and I keep moving forward. That's just what it is. It doesn't mean I'm not learning. It doesn't mean I'm stuck in the past. I just enjoy sharing life experiences because for some reason, my life, in a lot of aspects, is just so stupid. I've done so many things that are stupid, yet here I am, still standing, still talking, still walking, still improving. And I just feel like that's a valuable lesson for anybody out there. Is like, yeah, you're going to go through some shit, and I promise you a lot of people have had way tougher lives than I have, but I'm just talking from mine. I use mine as a way to market my movie scripts, and for me, this stuff really just like, it sparks creativity. Like, there's a lot of things in life that I'm like, that might be a good movie scene. Let me tell it as a story on Talks with Tom. If it doesn't do well on social media, then I know that it probably wouldn't do well as a movie script. So, with all that being said, there could be a real story. It could be a movie script. I may or may not have accidentally made fun of a Special Olympics highlight. I couldn't help it. And once it came on the TV, it's like, how did the universe, whatever you believe, whether it's God or the universe or vibes or energy, like, what are the odds that comes on the TV? How are we supposed to know that on that particular night that I decided to look like an idiot and get filmed, out of the other 364 days of the year, that night that I decided to do that particular thing and get filmed by my buddy, that the top play of that night would be a Special Olympics event? That's not like that's something that happens regularly on ESPN, right? So do what you may with that story. I feel like I've said everything that I need to say. Talks with Tom. We'll be back soon.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more. See no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get